All right, here's a way to think about this. You ever seen cars? This is like the windshield and the hood of a car. Just think of it like that. And you can draw a head from any angle. This is why I wanted to make this a video, because you can create anything that you want on the rest of the face with just this mask. Everything is going to originate from this shape. You can use it for the lips, you can use it for the flippin' nose, the eyes, start with an oval, do some little horn hooks, split that sucker down the middle, and then you're gonna create the little hoop that connects it through the cheekbones. If it doesn't work for you, then just shut up. Shut up and go do something else. Drawing with waffles. Don't make me laugh. I said don't! Drawing with waffles. More like drawing with constant regret and sadness. Waffles got 5 drawings here that I'm going to be fixing with some super swole brain techniques that I stole from another artist. I'm going to be demonstrating this new technique that I invented with some makeup. No more Mr. Nice Guy. I see you in the comments. You're saying, Ethan, oh, it's Mr. Nice Guy, Mr. Ha-Ha, Mr. Funny. No more! I'm gonna tell you something I've never said on this channel ever. Over 2 million of you watch my content, and we just now hit 500,000 subs. Something's wrong with that. Now, I'm not gonna ask you to sub, and I'm not even gonna demand for you to sub. Oh, and by the way, my best friend's a pilot who flies airplanes, an airplane pilot. How many friends do you have, Waffles? First step to fixing Waffles' disgusting art. First, we have to have a technique on how to fix it. And I found this amazing artist, MAKI. At first glance at MAKI's work, completely hated MAKI, 100%. Just super like pretentious, and it's not even really art. Like this one doesn't even look like a face. Like who is that one supposed to be? Is that like a spike head, spike hair? Anyway, that's not the reason I hated MAKI. The main reason is because MAKI was using a technique that I invented called Ethan Becker Original Technique. Over here on the right, you see there's an old art teacher standard technique. It's old news, okay? What are you, dinosaur? Go back to your retirement home. The reason the Ethan Becker Original Technique works so well is because just 1, 2. 1, 2, buckle my shoes. But there's a lot of big people that still follow the art teacher's standard. Let's see what they have to say. Look, here's Poco right here.
This has a few important effects on the head. First, the center line and brow line will...
Alright, you can see what we're dealing with here. He's got a styrofoam. Not everybody's got a styrofoam ball, Poco. Alright, don't listen to him. But there's another method. Let's see what this is.
Divide the head into equal 1/3, and you know how to utilize that to place features, how to tilt the head in a variety of angles.
It's already too complicated. This guy's talking about math. Look, everything he's got going on right here. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's too much. It's way too much. Going way overboard. We're just gonna be going simple. Very simple. 1, 2, buckle my shoes, and you can build from here. You don't have to draw the whole head. You just build from here. All right, I'm gonna show you how the Ethan Becker Original Technique works, and then we're going to go and do my makeup. Okay, this is an original idea that MAKI stole from me, but I'm just gonna kind of show you how MAKI uses it. And it's so flippin' good. It literally changed everything. I mean, I was already thinking this way, but it literally changed everything, how I'm going to continue doing art. This is like the windshield and the hood of a car. Just think of it like that. And if you think of it like this, it's gonna be like in a 3D space, and you can draw a head from any angle. You can create anything that you want on the rest of the face with just this mask. Okay, you don't have to transform it to make it fit on the face. I'm just trying to show you that everything is going to originate from this shape. It's pretty much just a wedge. You split it down the middle, and you can use it for the lips, flippin' nose. Too many students do this, where they think nothing is really connected and you're just kind of drawing an outline, tracing, whatever. Everything has an overall shape, an overall cohesiveness, and this one particular shape can help you see that much more clearly. Start from there. Start simple, build around it. If it doesn't work for you, then just shut up. Shut up and go do something else. But if it does work for you, then maybe this is the thing that you're missing in your life. And you can see here, first I start finding the bridge, just reach up and touch your little face. And I'm gonna do this with makeup in a second. You can feel just how big this is. Mine's really small, I got a little baby thing. But this character that MAKI drew has a really big, forehead, but you can feel just how big yours is. This sucker connects through the cheekbone, goes down, and from there it's super simple to find the middle, the middle of the flippin' face. It's almost like 2 little horns. You do these little inward facing horns that kind of connect together through the brow, and then it's also on the lips, but a slightly more skewed. And the more that I break these down, I can see that MAKI's using the exact same technique that I invented, of course, to build these drawings off of. You can do that. Just always know that all these masks that you're creating aren't gonna be the exact same size. See, look, this one's different too, right here. This is a little bit different. Start with an oval, do some little horn hooks, split that sucker down the middle, And then you're gonna create the little hoop that connects it through the cheekbones. So typically that hoop's gonna fall just underneath the nose around there. And the exact same layout with the lips. Go break down your own stuff, you know? Take a look at this, see how I do it. Go break down all these drawings and know that everything's connected on the face. Don't be drawing like this isn't connected to this in some way. It's all balancing itself. What I'm going to be doing is striking a pose similar to these, and I'm going to be taking some makeup, and I'm going to be drawing a line of that mask I just created, and we can see just how off Waffles is. Looks pretty even. There's actually a lot of things that people who do makeup that translate into art and painting and drawing. Because when you're dealing with the highlights and shading and stuff like that, if you're doing makeup, then you already kind of know how to paint a face. Sick. Most important part, there's little devil horns, and it follows the flippin' eyebrow. Do this at home, take your own pictures, and hashtag me. I'd like to see what you come up with, especially if you can do it in different colors, you know, like red, green, whatever. I guess I better do the eyebrows too, right? Sick, I think this is my first makeup tutorial. I honestly thought, like in my brain, I thought it was gonna be a lot bigger than this, but it's a small flippin' mask. Once you do this stuff physically on yourself, once you touch yourself and feel how everything works, you're gonna start to draw different. I want you to notice that I'm not drawing these cheekbones right here. I'm not doing all of this extra stuff. We're doing 1, 2, buckle my shoes. Very simple, because as soon as we start going all complicated and stuff, people just can't comprehend. All right, keep it simple. All the complicated stuff can come later. Is this how you do this? All right, I'm just gonna take my picture now. Okay, here we go. Oh, my cheek is shaking. Waffles made a lot of mistakes with these. We're gonna find him. All right, let's break this sucker down. We're gonna go find the horns. All right, and I'm not gonna do this bridge thing. I'm gonna connect this dot to this because I wanna see where everything sits. And obviously, I can already tell you right now that everybody's gonna have different facial structures. You know, some people might have more scrunched or whatever. All right, so just keep that in mind moving forward. Looking pretty good so far. You got the little horns connecting the corners of the eyes. All right, looks like you're using the Ethan Becker original technique pretty darn well. The only number one thing that I see wrong here is how are you gonna smell? All right, let's just say you wanted to make a nose. Let's look how I made this nose. That's sitting right above these braces right here. Boom, there you go. You're welcome. Perfect nose. All right, and here the devil horns is a little bit more extreme. You can actually see them kind of curling in. All right, and here's something I wouldn't have seen if I hadn't put makeup on. I can't see this flipping the braces right here because it curls over the side of my cheekbone. So that just shows the three-dimensionality of the face. Something I would have never seen otherwise. Look how that sucker curves in because of my luscious cheekbones. You know what else is gonna be useful? This eye. I'm gonna draw out this eye as well. And always, typically the underneath of this eye is a small sliver. Breaking it down this way, I can see just how simple these shapes really are and how I'm just repeating the same thing. For here, I'm tempted to do this. All right, watch this. I'm tempted to do this on the eye, do this hoop. But what I'm gonna do is follow these very decisive devil hooks. I'm gonna do that, and then I'm going to make this a straight, just so I can be clear with myself that I'm sticking to the formula. All right, let's take a look at how Waffles did. All right, right off the bat, I can see Waffles is doing this, where I'm gonna be doing this to kind of show the three-dimensionality of the face. But you know what? There might be faces that actually do that, where it goes out. But right now, I'm just gonna be sticking to what I'm studying. All right, these are the corners. All right, looking pretty good so far. Let's do the eyes. And this pink bottom right here, the pink thing that I'm doing is gonna be the bottom of the eyelid. Doesn't mean it has to be the bottom of the eye, but just like the socket, you know, the socket in which the eye sits. What I'm gonna do though is turn this mask on and off, and I want you to comment if you see, if there's any mistakes in this that Waffle made compared to the mask that I just made. One thing I will say, Waffle been making mistakes every which way, but these lips are hashtag. This is the crease right here. Then Waffles bent in and went underneath that crease that shows an overlap. That means the top lip is sitting over the lower lip. So all of these things are connecting, but in a 3D space, it's connecting underneath that top lip. You don't actually see the connection, so that's creating this sense of fold. All right, there's no mistakes in this one, but we're gonna find them. Moving on. All right, this one's important to study because this other devil horn is probably somewhere like right here. but I'm just going to connect these through this brow line, and you can see that it's like a hood. One thing I definitely want to use this for is the eyes, like the eye hood. This blue part's gonna be the lashes. I'm gonna do the purple part's the under part. And look, I don't even know the technical names for all this stuff. You don't need to know the technical names. You just need to know 1, 2, buckle my shoes, and you're good to go. Look, I can even transform and make this stuff work. Works like a charm. All right, no mistakes in this one really, but we'll find some eventually. And you know what? I'm not even gonna draw this one for my face. You know why? Because this technique makes you think in a 3D space. And look, I've already drawn it. I've already learned this perspective right here. God dang, look at that. That sucker fit perfect right there. All right, let's see what happened. Look, and like I said before, you don't have to follow this exactly. It's just the structure beneath. The cheekbones might sit way up there like this. And you see this blue line that's marking this direction? You kind of want to follow that. All right, one thing I'm going to show you later that MAKI kind of explains is that this goes up like this, and then after doing that, it does the exact same thing, but in the opposite direction. Like that, opposite direction. And then that follows the side of the head, this plane right here. And that's where you follow with the other side of the noggin, following parallel to this. But again, that stuff comes super easy after you do the little mask. So don't get all overwhelmed with like the skull size and the chin size and yada yada. You focus on this little mask first. Man, look at these lips though. It's almost an exact example of that. These little horn hooks, little center thing, and then boom, circle it off with that. That's how you draw lips. And you know what? That brings me to this last piece. The whole reason I made this video is because of this waffles image that I saw, that this original Ethan Becker technique could have solved for you. Look, I'll show you what it is. It's real simple. It's these lips. You reverse the lips. Look, done. Fixed. That's it. Just really quickly, I'm going to go through MAKI's work because it's some incredible work. All right, so here's the thing about this type of work. At first, I didn't really care for it. I didn't care about it at all. But the more that I looked into it, the simplicity and the confidence by which MAKI makes a stroke, and by the overall cohesiveness, everything is connected. Every single thing falls together. This is what I'm talking about. It's so clear and it's so simple based on every single one of these. I want you to go through, break down all of MAKI's work. I have been doing it for the past month. And it's the same technique used over and over again. And you know what? Eventually, you don't even have to use the original Ethan Becker technique. It'll just come naturally to you. Every single one of these suckers you can break down. And you start seeing this shape everywhere. You start seeing it in cars, in buildings, you see it in nature, in your friend when you're looking at him or her. And the lips, you can see the breakdown in these lips. It's all the same. All right, I was gonna keep this to myself and I wasn't gonna tell anybody, but it's just way too clear and way too perfect. And everybody has to know about this. Everybody's gotta know MAKI. A lot to learn from MAKI. I mean, I've already learned it all, you know. I've already learned everything. It's pretty much all my techniques anyway. You know, I came into this situation. I came into it thinking about this DM that Waffles had sent me. Waffles was asking for an autograph from me, and I said, whoa, 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 whoa. Waffles, come on here. I looked Waffles in the eyes, and I said, let's be honest. Which one do you like more, pancakes or waffles? It's just me and you. It's just me and you. You know what she said? She said pancakes. So you can imagine how I felt coming into this situation. Lies, manipulation. All right, let's put it like this. In the beginning, I thought Waffles was a liar. I thought Waffles didn't belong in the art community. I thought Waffles was a liar. But now I realize that I was wrong. And I was getting a little defensive because of my own insecurities. Here's the facts though, kids. Waffles does do art. But you know who else does do art? My flippin' Discord. We recently did a server showcase for all of the art on the Discord, all of you folks, and you turned in so many flippin' good pieces of art. Let's scroll through them really fast. All right, we did pick some winners, but this is a bunch of the flippin' sick art that you guys submitted. Some really talented people in the Discord. Y'all go to you go to my Discord and the link in the description, and you can like submit your art for different showcases and stuff like that. You can do all kinds of cool, crazy, wacky stuff. All right, the guy that puts everything together is Costa. This is the one that he chose, looking pretty sick. This is the one that I chose. I really like the storytelling in it. Really nice shot. Pretty darn sick. And this is a runner-up. Really, really cool stuff. And here's a winner. I believe that's community chosen. Pretty darn sick. There's another staff pick. Really cool. Check out their Instagrams in the description. Let's go give them a slap. And also, I wanted to thank everybody for buying all the merch and prints that we made for Lightbox like around a month ago. And if you missed out on that, the shop was closed, but it's open again. And you can go buy a little merch if you want to. I'm not saying you have to go buy a print, submit your art chant. You go in the link in the description. There's going to be a way that you can submit your art chant and join the chant of artists. Join it. Come on. 213 Skillshare in the description. Click the link below.